All right. Am I live yet? I'm waiting for this to tell me I'm live. I'm live. I'm live on Instagram. Okay. I'm going to wait a couple minutes and I'm going to do Instagram today instead of Facebook, because what I've been doing is I've been doing Facebook Lives and posting them on Instagram, which is why the audio is jacked up. So, hey, cousin. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Bakari tribe. Hey, family. So I have committed to doing this, what I'm going to call the July series of information. And so I'm just getting all of the little information from you guys on what you want to talk about, what you want to know. What's up, Nadesh? Hey, sis. Happy birthday, Monique. I know you at work. I just called you. That's my day one. Today is her 50th. So, you know, we about to go out. We going out a little bit later. Anyway, so I'm in the office. So the very first topic that I had gotten was, thank you. Who's that? Miss Lexus, thank you, sweetie. Should you talk to the police? Why shouldn't you talk to the police? And so I've done videos on this, and I think it's important that we continue to have these conversations. And so let's get into it. I am not a fan of the don't snitch movement. This is not about that. Okay. This is not about that. Let me be very, very clear. Okay. If you are a victim of a crime, I encourage you to tell the proper authorities so that you can get some redress for your harm. Okay. If you're not going to tell the proper authorities, then maybe you're going to take it on the chin or whatever may have you. I am not discouraging people who are victims of crimes or witnesses of crimes to talk to the police. But if you do, I want you to understand where that might lead you, right? You got to understand that, because when we do things, it needs to be informed. It needs to be knowing involuntary, right? And somebody had the nerve to call me. And nobody called me all day. And then somebody, it's probably a spam, some scam likely. In any event, okay. So you should never, never, never talk to the police except for those circumstances that I just said. If the police are looking for you or looking for your child, no, you should not take your child to the police. No, you should not go with the police to the precinct unless you are under arrest. You should not voluntarily and willfully go to the precinct, sit down, and answer questions. Absolutely not. All right, Veronica. I knew you was one of my cousins. I was just going to go with cousin. I got a lot of them. So what's up, cousin? Okay. So listen, here's the why I'm saying this. Because you're not that smart. You do not know that the police can lie to you. You don't know that when they're sitting there and they're telling you things, whether that's the stuff they're telling you is true or not. The police are not trained to get to the truth. Let me say that again. They're not trained to get to the truth. They are trained to elicit a confession, right? There's a difference. And sometimes there is a disconnect between what the truth is, right, and what you said in your confession. Right? Because I've had defendants who have confessed to crimes that they did not commit, and then they were charged, right? In that confession, that holy grail, they're going to use that against you in the court of law. Now, that's kind of easy, right? That's basic. You have the right to remain silent. Use it. Keep your mouth shut. No matter what they say, police will use all manner of tactics to get you to make incriminating statements against yourself. What are some of the things they do, Ike? They tell you shit like, listen, if you just tell us what happened, write that down, we're going to put in a good word for the DA, and you'll be able to go home. That's a lie. They don't have any authority over the district attorney. None. They can't dictate to the DA what cases should be prosecuted and what cases should be dismissed. That's a lie. Okay? It's a lie. They will give you more details about the crime and then start asking you questions, right? And then it starts to look like you actually have information, but you're just repeating what you heard. but it sounds like it. It sounds like you actually know something, right? So you got to be really, really careful. Just don't talk to them at all. Another thing they do is they'll try not to ask you about whatever it is that they really want to ask you about, and they'll ask you about some tangential shit, right? Like what they call pedigree information. And they'll be, oh, so you live in South Side? How long you been over there? Yeah, how long you been? You know so and so, and next thing you know, you a little comfortable, right? You thinking this cop is your friend, right? They'll even send the one black cop on the squad over to your dumbass, right? Because you thinking he gonna look out. No, he not, right? And so you get comfortable. Next thing you know, you done said something that has incriminated you. You don't even know the import of your words. What does that mean? You don't know what parts of the information you might be given could be damaging because you don't know what other information they have, right? So you don't know what you saying, and they gonna put something together with what somebody else is saying. So it's just better not to say nothing. Now, here's another thing. What if you are a witness, right? And you don't want to testify. You don't want to come forward. You don't want to be a part of any court proceeding and things of that nature. Well, the same is true for you. Don't talk to the police. In fact, don't tell anyone what you saw. Why? Because there is something in the law called a material witness. And if they can establish, the police or prosecutors, if they can establish that you are a material witness, they can lock you up until you testify. Did you hear what I just said? If they find out you have material information and you don't want to come forward with it, they can have a judge declare you a material witness. If the judge then declares you a material witness, that means that you are essential to this prosecution. They could put you in jail. Yeah, they can do that. Right? So if you don't want to be put in jail, you don't want to testify, you don't, shut your mouth. And that means don't tell your friend. People, you got this whole thing, right, about I only told one person. Do you know that one person only told one person? And that one person only told one person? Do y'all understand how that works? You think that you are only telling your confidant. They got a confidant too, right? So this is, one of the things that as an attorney is I have to hold confidences. I cannot turn to my friends and say, let me tell you what this motherfucker told me today. I cannot do that. I could be disbarred. I could lose my entire livelihood. Right? And so some of you take on that vault status, right? If you are in possession of information, you saw something, you're a witness, don't tell anybody. Hold that shit. Hold it. Okay? If the trial is 1 year after the crime, they still lock you up. Yes. Hell yes. Yes. Absolutely they can. They can. And they have tried. And they will try. And if you got one of them Bronx-ass legal aid lawyers, then you can fucking hang it up and forget about it. Yeah, I said it. Bronx legal aid, y'all are ass. That's what I'm going to say. Ass, ass, ass. All of y'all need to find something else to fucking do. Like, for real, it's crazy. Not all of them, let me say, because there's a couple of them that's lit. I ain't going to front. There's a couple of them that actually is grinding. They grinding. I'm not going to say their names. They know who they are. But the rest of you motherfuckers, I've had it up to here with legal aid lawyers, legal aid, public defenders, the conflict defenders. Like, I know we're in a pandemic, but goddamn, the prosecutors and the cops ain't stopped prosecuting, locking up people, so you can't stop defending people. Like, do your fucking job. All right, that's an aside, because I've had it up to here. I really have. Yeah, I said ass. I damn sure did. I did. I did, Just. I'm not playing. I don't pull no punches. Okay? If you in Brooklyn, if you in the Bronx, it's a wrap. Your car's fucked up because the roads are shitty and you going to jail. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, the best thing in the Bronx is my niece. I love her to death. Everybody else, I'm sorry for you. Anyway. So that's what I came on here for, to really talk about, so you understand the import of your words. You do not want to talk to the cops. You are not required to talk to the police. If you are on the street and the police want to talk to you, you are not required to talk to them. However, make sure you understand that in your refusal to talk to the police, that may heighten their level of suspicion, right? And so you have to manage how you do that. If the police approach you and you don't, you can walk away. Okay? You can walk away. The police are not allowed to detain you unless they have reasonable cause to believe that a crime has occurred, a crime is occurring, or a crime is about to occur. All right? All right. And so understand just some of this, and I'm not even going to get into all of the different levels. We'll do that in a subsequent video about street encounter and what requisite information that the police officer have to know to do a frisk, a stop, a search, an arrest. We'll talk about that in a subsequent video. I'm going to try, sis, on making this available because I really, this is the first one. It's just July 1st, so this is our first one. We're going to see how it goes. It might not go well. It might. I'm trying to keep these under 10 minutes. I don't even know how much time I've been on here because, I can talk. But I think that's I'm probably at the 10-minute mark. In any event, please stop talking to the police. You don't have to. You do not. And if you go to the precinct for any reason, just tell them you want a lawyer. Even if you cannot afford one, they have to get you one. Okay? They have to get you one. So anything you say after that, it's going to be up for suppression. And understand this. Let me just say this before I go. When you are asking for a lawyer, it has to be equivocal. There can be no, I'm not sure I want a lawyer. You have to say, I want an attorney. That there's no black and no gray areas here, right? You have to be equivocal in that. That means you cannot say to the cop, you think I need a lawyer? Fuck you asking him for? You think they're going to tell you the truth? They not. They're going to say, well, it's just, if you ain't got nothing to hide, that dumb shit, right? Even if you don't have nothing to hide, don't talk to the cops. I promise you. You know how many people are in prison for things that they didn't do, right? You don't know what these cops are doing. You don't know what access they got to grind. You don't know what cases they need to close and who they need to put some shit on. That happens. Stay your ass out the precinct. Stop talking to the police. Be a fence for your children. Stop sending them to the precinct, right? I don't care what the cop tells you. They're lying. They get to lie, all right? Call a lawyer. Call somebody. Call a friend who's been through it, all right? And ask them, listen, they said I got to bring my son to the precinct. Is that true? Unless they got a warrant for his arrest, you ain't got to take your son nowhere. Unless they got probable cause. If they got probable cause, they coming to get him. They don't need you to bring him. They coming to get him, right? Think. Think about it. If the cop is calling you and it's like, we'd like to talk to him, they don't fucking have it. They want you to come down there and give it to him. Don't do it. Don't do it. Shit, lawyers go to court with lawyers. Thank you, Nadesh. My sister, my Aelite, queen, knowledge girl. Yes. If I had any issue and I'm going to court, I'm getting a lawyer, right? Because the saying is, any lawyer who represents themselves has a fool for a client, okay? So you don't try to represent yourself. I wouldn't even represent myself. All right, fam? All right, I'm getting up off here. I think that was my 10 minutes. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to do it. I know I can't. I got the StreamYard on Facebook, so I can do Facebook and YouTube at the same time, but I can't do Instagram, and I don't want to leave my Instagram people out, so I'm here, and I'm going to figure out a way to do it. It may not be the same time every day, but just work with me, okay? Because this shit is free. You heard? Shit girl Ike. I love you. I really do. Peace. Oh, I gotta figure out how to turn this off. Wait. Oh, I was supposed to check to see if there was any questions. Let me see. Your dad told you that. I'm just checking to see if I missed any questions. I don't see no questions. All right. Y'all put them in the comment section if y'all have any. All right, fam? All right. All right, y'all be good. Have a good one. Peace.